The Imperial Army has quit our territory, Your Majesty. Our scouts expect them to continue withdrawing to the north.
Then, we won?
Yes, Your Majesty. We won.
That's wonderful!
Yes, thank you all so much!
I owe a great debt to you and the Allied Army. Thank you for fighting at our side.
It was a mutual effort, Your Majesty.
You needn't shy away from credit, Noah. Our successes thus far are in no small measure thanks to you.
Yeah, so let's see a little swagger already.
I gotta agree. Huh. We finally gave those imps the shellacking they deserve, and there's no harm in savoring it! Ha ha ha!
My concern is that I fail to understand what prompted Goldwyn's troops to withdraw.
Oh, Was that some scheme of yours, Malrich?
I fear I am as in the dark as the rest of you. However, I suspect...
Perhaps I can shed some light on that.
Seign.
This Imperial officer and his people just surrendered to us, Commander.
I had a feeling it would be you.
A pleasure to see you again, Noah.
Been a while, Lieutenant.
So, thanks for switching sides and all, but, why?
I harbor suspicions which have driven me to leave the Empire.
Suspicions related to General Goldwyn's abrupt retreat.
Yes. If you don't know, His Excellency the Emperor has been assassinated.
What?
The Emperor of Galdia? But why? How?
Dukes Eldrick is how.
While we lack solid evidence of such, the information we've gathered certainly raises the possibility.
So that's why they all turned tail and ran. This Dukes guy must be a first-class moron. Way to make your move at the worst possible time, you dope.
I will return to the castle on the morrow. Our troops must be reorganized before we can carry on to Norrister. And you, Malrich?
Actually, I have received the King's blessing to make myself useful within the Alliance. If you are amiable, I feel I can respond more nimbly stationed at your headquarters.
So you expect our battle with the Empire to continue?
Oh, I believe it has only just begun. Duke Saldric's ambitions clearly extend beyond the Galdian throne. The invasion of Chris was simply a tidy way to displace the general for a time.
It certainly is beginning to look that way.
Goldwyn was ever the late Emperor's staunchest loyalist. Once Aldrich sent him far from home, he used that time to sow the seeds of a coup.
He's a ruthless and cunning man, and no mistake. But I dare say you may be his equal. It pleases me to have you on our side.
Oh, I don't think I am the cunning one here. After all, you didn't hand your army over to that Noah boy for no reason. This has been your plan from the start.
Yes, well... Still, if the Resistance army was led by the Countess of Groom, it would invite no end of suspicion. Tongues would wag about my agenda, my ambition. But a commoner turned hero rising up against the Empire's tyranny? Now that's the sort of story that resonates with people. After all, who doesn't love an underdog?
So, what is it that you hope to gain from all this, milady? Clearly not prestige.
Clearly not. No, my wish is far more modest.
Morning, kiddo. How you doing today? Good? Good. We should visit the Great Hall. There's gonna be a meeting.
Now that Commander Noah has joined us, we can begin.
Okay, first, begin what? And second, aren't you supposed to be in Euchris?
King Yuma, in his wisdom, has granted me permission to serve the Alliance. I intend to do so to the best of my abilities.
And seeing as I'm still under contract with the tactician, I guess I'm coming aboard as well.
Not gonna complain about that. You fought like a demon in Euchris.
Then it's settled. Melridge will be chief strategist and advisor to the Alliance's new permanent commander, Noah.
Wait, what?
But I'm just filling in for you, right? I mean, I'm not a leader. Not a real one, anyway.
Not a leader? The man who secured the use of this castle? Who forged an alliance with the tree folk? Who won the battle for Euchris? Do try to show a little more confidence.
But...
I thought you liked to meddle. If so, it's time to plunge your nose into something that counts. You can help more than a person here or a person there. You can help entire nations.
I guess. But look.
Looks like you got an occasion to rise to, Noah. You okay with this, Ymir?
Her ladyship and I have discussed it, if that is what you mean.
This is already way more fun than Imperial meetings.
Shh! Keep your voice down!
I'd like to take this moment to formally offer my help, Noah. Galdea no longer pursues a righteous path. But by standing with you, I believe she can yet be saved.
Sounds like you found a new calling.
I have. I will set aside my duty to House Kessling and follow the dictates of my own heart.
Chills, Seign. Chills. Also, that look in your face tells me you're doing the right thing.
Oh? I don't feel like my expression is any different.
'Cause it's not.
I do hate to spoil the mood, but I was hoping we might discuss next steps, if I may.
He's asking you, kiddo?
Huh? Oh, I guess I do this kind of thing now, huh? Sure, Melridge. Go ahead.
As of now, the Empire has pulled its forces out of Euchris, but yet remains a heavy presence in Groom. We must be prepared for when Dukes Aldrich inevitably resumes his efforts to subjugate the League of Nations.
Which I'm guessing will happen soon.
There are two ways to effectively use the time we have left. The first is to gather as many allies as we possibly can.
If I might interrupt, I have an idea about that. What about Impershiak, the Shi'ar capital in the desert east of Euchris?
She who now?
The Shi'ars. As a mercenary, I've had plenty of chances to fight both with and against them. They're strong warriors who prize valor above all else.
Fine idea. As it happens, I've already secured the King's permission to use Euchris' desert checkpoint. Commander Noah, might I ask you to go to Impershiak and seek their help? You should take Bernard as your guide.
Checkpoint's northeast of Haishan. From there, we'll cross the mountains into the gateway town, Tabavi. I'll explain more as we go.
Sounds good.
Now, as for the other way to make a difference. At this moment, the Dukes is no doubt engaged with fallout from the Emperor's assassination. The sooner that's quelled, the sooner he can turn his attentions to us. Which means we need to keep that chaos churning for as long as possible. I have asked Lieutenant Kesling for his assistance in this matter.
We've already reached out to the late Emperor's loyalists in Galdea. Naturally, they aren't keen on Aldrich seizing power.
We think it's better for us to go talk to them, since they're our people and all. Which means we'll be working separately for a bit.
Probably for the best. Many here in the Alliance will need time to trust us, and understandably so.
Hey, for what it's worth, I totally trust you guys.
Thanks, Leon.
The others will come around once they get to know the lieutenant.
Seign's group will work independently to gather intel within the Empire and sabotage the Duke's plans. Do everything in your power to destabilize his grip and delay his ability to resume the invasion.
You can count on us.
I will serve as a messenger, traveling back and forth between this castle and the Empire.
You, probably want a little help with that?
Please.
I'm pleased to have that settled. Commander Noah, Lieutenant Kesling, good luck to you both.
Thank you.
We'll knock your socks off! Try not to let you down.
Oh, we might even let you up! I don't know what that means.
2 simultaneous operations. One to gather allies, and one to disrupt the enemy.
Pressure's on, Seign. Who's gonna finish first?
Technically, neither task is one that can be completely finished.
There he goes, fretting the details again.
Yup, some things never change.
Lieutenant? Will you attempt to see your father, sir? As the Duke's men are certain to be watching, it will require sneaking in.
Another time, perhaps. How goes our progress in the mean?
Second Lieutenant Valentine has been using his extra time here to scout locations. He's chosen a safe house in Lowtown, on the west side of the city. Shall we join him?
So where's this safe house?
The second lieutenant said we'd know once we got there. Subtle.
If you're looking for valleys in the back. Can't believe I'm giving those troublemakers a place to hide. Again. Oh, but don't worry. Folks around here are loyal, and they know all the good things House Kessling has done for them. Like how your family chips in for the festival every year. So whatever hot water you and Val are in is your business, far as I'm concerned. You were never here.
Do it just like we discussed. Those pursuers might not be far behind.
Leave it to us, Val. If someone don't belong, we'll sniff them out a league away.
Huh? Say, ain't you that rich Kessling kid?
Sorry, no.
All right, I get it. Well, no worries, stranger. Any friend of Val's is a friend of ours. I'll be seeing you.
You both made it. Good.
Who were those lovely chaps?
Oh, just some old companions. Just because I made it into officer's school by the skin of my teeth doesn't make me any less of a low-towner. Some around here still look up to me.
What's this about pursuers?
If you mean is anyone after us, then yes, I'm sure they are. But we were discussing something else. I pulled strings at the Intelligence Bureau to find out which factions have ill feelings about Aldrich's power grab. But ill feelings or no one's willing to openly oppose him.
Not even General Goldwyn?
Nope. No question how he feels. But without proof of who offed the Emperor, he's not ready to move.
Aldrich dispatched General Goldwyn to Euchris just before the assassination, so he might quickly solidify his power base here. The Duke's has been thorough.
Yes, indeed. But not completely so. I have a lead.
Do tell.
Paul, bring him in.
It's all right. They're friends.
My name is Seign Kessling. And who are you?
Call me Ivy. Yaelu, sir.
These girls are your lead?
Yep. And they've got one head spinner of a tail.
So the two of you escaped from Aldrich's Rune Lens research facility?
Yes, sir. My people and I were taken from our village against our will. I had no hope of escape, let alone returning home. But then Ivy here came to my rescue.
I was working at the facility as an engineer, but no one ever talked about what went on in the back of the place. And since being left in the dark gets me steamed, I decided to poke around and find out.
Based on her description, Miss Yaelu's village sounds like it's part of the Norsfarian territory that was ceded to the Empire.
Is it possible your people were the whole reason Aldrich sought its annexation?
All I know is that the Chaldeans were trying to search the nearby rune barrow, sir. But I did hear him say they ran into trouble with the Guardians. If I had to guess, I'd say they found our village purely by chance. As for why they abducted us...
That's the same power as a rune lens. But where's the lens?
Some of us villagers, like my brother and myself, are born with the power of rune lenses inside us. That terrible masked lady working for the Empire picked up on it and immediately had us all locked up.
Wait, hang on. They locked up the entire village?
Yes. My mother, my father, even my little brother.
Forced internment? But why?
Obviously not for anything good. When I heard all this, I figured others needed to know, so I went and sprung Yelu from the facility. But there was only room in my tool chest to smuggle her or her brother out. Couldn't do both.
He stayed behind so I could escape.
We managed to shake the Duke's pursuers. Next thing we know, we'd wound up here.
We came across them not far from here while hiding the rune tank. Although, we nearly had a situation with Ivy and her rune arms when she thought we were Imperial goons.
And I'm still sorry about that!
No worries. Though I wouldn't want to tangle your arms again anytime soon.
I know. I goofed.
Please, sir. My family and the other villagers need your aid. Will you help them?
What do you say?
If the Duke's actions violate Imperial law, we might be able to turn the tide by making this affair public. Also? The Imperial army I know would never stand for this kind of behavior. He's acting like a damn tyrant.
Now that's the spirit. So long as we're committing treason, might as well make it mean something.
So the plan is to infiltrate the Duke's research facility, rescue the villagers, and expose this whole mess, right?
Not quite. My apologies, Yelu. We may not be able to free your people right away. It may have to wait until we can make the Duke's actions public.
I'll take whatever help I can, sir. Thank you.
We can take the rune tank, most of the way to the facility. I hid her over on the east side of town. Let's head there first.
Come on, Yelu. Let's go.
Okay. I'm so worried about my family.
Well, my rune tank will get us to the facility faster than you can say Paul's a genius.
And my rune arms will smack the bad guys into next week!
Thank you. That cheers me somewhat.
Right. Let's get moving.
All right. I think we're in business.
This is incredible! I'm a long way from designing runic tech on this scale.
I don't know. Your arms trace the movements of your body, right? If you ask me, that kind of microtech is the real wonder.
Aw, you're a sweetie.
It's time we departed.
All set here.
Still, Guardhaven Castle. If that's where we're headed, we're in for one wild ride.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it would be so dangerous. But
We know what has to be done, and nothing will deter us from doing it. Even if it means infiltrating Aldrich's own stronghold.
Right. Let's get this done. This is as close as I can bring her without being spotted.
Remember, we're not here to storm the castle. All we have to do is sneak into the Rune Lens research facility where the villagers are being held.
We shouldn't encounter much resistance between here and my workshop. But past that, sentries galore.
Perhaps it's best for you to stay here and leave this to us, Miss Yelu.
please, ma'am. I want to go. If I'm with you, the villagers are more likely to trust you. And besides, I should help.
First order of business is to find out what they're up to in the back of that facility.
I'm guessing it ain't gonna be pretty.
Second Lieutenant.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You, stand by, and make sure the rune tank is ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yes, sir. All right, let's move. Strange. I thought we'd encounter more guards. Where are they?
Low-ranking soldiers are forbidden from coming here, just like us engineers. Although, I always figured the place was full of, you know, high-ranking ones.
Master Seign! Over there! Got you!
1, 2!
You all right?
Appreciate that. Guardian.
Go! Take this! What in the heck were those things?
Lieutenant,
I know. They look just like the enemies we faced in the rune barrows. But how did they get here? The area ahead looks promising.
I must be getting nervous because I'm hearing voices in my head.
Whatever we're doing, we better do it fast.
Agreed. But first...
Are these the villagers?
Yes, Your Grace. The Guardians have been hindering our progress through the Norsfarian Barrows, but finding that place was a windfall. A rune lens placed in a village in order to hide and protect it. Simply fascinating.
Milu, no!
What are you gonna do to us? And what have you done with my mother and father?
Well, well. Aren't you a brave lad? Rune lenses are fickle and unreliable, and reserve their blessings for only a chosen few. Some of whom, like yourself, are imbued with their power from birth. I think you can agree that's not very fair.
What's your point?
If all humanity is to take advantage of the rune lens's gifts, the nature of such gifts must first be elucidated. History demands we walk down this path, the righteous path. Do you not agree?
Still don't get what this has to do with us.
See you that? It is a primal lens, the wellspring from which rune lenses derive their power. If we unravel its secrets, we can launch humanity into a bold new future. But I'm going to need your help for that, young man. You will help me, won't you?
Help? Is that what my parents are doing? And the other villages you stole?
The primal lens does not give its secrets easily. It requires sacrifice.
Sacrifice? Wait, you killed them? You killed them? My arm!
Sad news for the weak, I know. But the future comes at a blood price. And humanity must attain its destiny!
Where are we?
What's going... There! Over there! Milu! No!
What did you do? If it isn't the Kessling whelp. Mule all you want, boy. But I've no regret for my actions. Don't you dare gloat!
How could you harm those innocent people?
Unnecessary sacrifice. That much should be clear. Shut up! I offered House Kessling my favor, and you repay me with this folly!
What you are doing is wrong!
What I do is for the greater good. Something your small mind could never comprehend.
Greater good! Don't be so full of yourself!
Says the boy with no vision whatsoever. You'd rather keep your hands clean than secure a future for your people?
Damn right I would!
It is time you learned your place. A shame. The world could have used your talent. But you will see before you die.
What are you doing?
Giving you one small glimpse of the primal lens's power.
Seign!
Milu! Milu!
Yaelu, is that you?
Aldrich! Help me understand something, little Kessling. How does one born into nobility and gifted with such incredible talent sink to treachery against his motherland?
It's not... It's not treachery to do the right thing.
Oh, this should be good. Do tell.
If the cause were just, I would gladly lay down my life for Galdia. But this war was predicated on a lie. You wove fictions about other nations in order to declare a meaningless war. You killed His Excellency the Emperor so he couldn't stop you. And now you're murdering innocent people to draw out the lens's power. There is no justification for your actions. None!
Pathetic. pathetic. Is that flaccid reasoning really the best you can muster? In the grand flow of history, no one will remember or care that you had scruples. It is insignificant. That's how small men think. Small men with no vision for their country.
All the same, I will do what is right. You will not shame or scare me away from it.
Then, it is time you vanished from the pages of history, as all small-minded men must.
Master Seign!
Lieutenant!
They escaped!
Shall I pursue them?
Yes. Take the prototypes. Let the boy taste the fruit of his contributions.
As you command.
Will he be alright?
I've stopped the bleeding and dressed the wound as best I can. He'll live.
It'll be alright, sis.
Oh, Milu.
It's okay. I'll find a way to help the kid.
What do we do now, Lieutenant? The Dukes will doubtless send pursuers after us.
All villagers, listen to me. I will assign soldiers to protect you, follow their lead and escape into the forest, then remain hidden.
But what if we can't get away?
You will. Because we're going to draw the pursuers' attention.
How?
With with a silver blaze of glory from my very inanimate rune tank.
Exactly. And while we're making a fuss, you run in the other direction as fast as your legs can carry you.
All right, we'll try.
We're moving out shortly. Be ready.
Yes, sir.
Ready when you are, Seign.
Begin the operation.
Yes, sir. She'll be at peak pressure momentarily.
We've decided we're gonna help. I want a chance to stick it to that bloated gas bag.
Yes. Please take us with you.
It's going to be dangerous.
I don't care. The Dukes has to pay. Technology is supposed to bring people happiness. What he's doing is... it's just wrong.
I was too late to help my mother and father. And so many others. But I can still protect Milu and the villagers that are left. Please!
All right. Hop aboard.
Thank you.
You won't regret this.
We're leaving. See that the villagers get to safety.
Yes, Mom.
This way, everyone! Hurry!
Be careful, Yaelu.
I will. And I know that I let you down sometimes, but I promise I'll never let anyone hurt you again.
Come on, Milu! We have to go!
Take care of him, alright?
The tank is leaving! Move, move, move!
Commence Operation Let's Bust Out of Here, followed by Operation Crazy Havoc.
Any sign of them?
Not yet, sir.
I don't like this. It's too damn easy.
Maybe we need to make a bigger scene.
I could fire another round toward the castle.
We could try.
I think something's coming.
Where?
Dead ahead. They're already on us?
Bait it.
Here goes!
For House Kessling!
What was that thing? Does the Dukes have monster henchmen or something?
Don't be a ninny. Still, that thing was trying to block our escape.
Yes. And stranger, I could sense runic power coming from it. The same power as in the lenses.
We've seen monsters with raw crystallized lens material in their bodies before.
I'm talking about something more focused and pure.
Save the chatter for when it matters. We got company.
Brace for battle, everyone.
Are you okay?
Thank you, Miss
Here
Guardian.
we go.
The final attack!
Okay, what's going on? This one and the last were both fitted with rune lenses. And regulars too.
A monster with a fully kitted lens.
I really hope the Dukes isn't making those things in his facility.
Over there!
Well, I suppose that's what you get with prototypes.
You! Those monsters were prototypes.
Explain yourself!
Oh, what am I to do with you?
Oh no, not again!
Halt! I'm using this on
Sword!
your feet.
Thanks!
Mission complete.
And that was one of the more complete specimens, too.
Complete? How? Are you controlling those monsters through the lenses?
Why would you do such a thing?
Because they have utility as weapons.
No way.
And this is the Dukes' so-called progress.
Monster or not, they're living things, and it's wrong to experiment on them.
That's not technology! No way! I refuse to call it that!
Call it what you will, it matters not. This next specimen was completed after we increased the primal lens's level of awakening. And it will finish you. Oh, and we have your reclusive people to thank for that, girl.
My parents. No.
If it helps, theirs was a noble sacrifice for the betterment of humankind.
I've heard enough. How you could call any part of this noble. How you could think you're bettering anything. There's not a shred of justice in you people.
I agree. They're enemies of the world who must be stopped.
For the sake of the Empire.
Here we go.
Woo! Knockout!
Impossible! How did you defeat that?
Because we got justice on our side. We'll never lose to you!
Oh, then we'll just try another.
Nope! No more monsters! Hold on, everybody. I've got one more trick up my sleeve, and it's a doozy!
What are you...
Compression combustor, fire!
What's Master Seign doing?
What is necessary?
And that's everything we saw and heard at Guardhaven Castle.
And what would you have me do with this?
I trust you to decide, Father.
There's no evidence. Even if I did get this to General Goldwyn, nothing would come of it. Save the Duke's wrath.
I know.
As the head of House Kessling, I must put the protection of our family first. Your actions amount to treason against the Empire, and I cannot condone them. Now leave, before your mother notices you're home.
I understand. Once I go, I promise to never return. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made for me, Father.
Why, Seign?
My brother told me time and again.
Arthur?
Yes. He always said, the greatest glory comes from doing right.
I see.
Goodbye, Father.
I told you I could not condone your actions as the head of House Kessling. But as a father, I could not be prouder of both of my boys. Stand by your principles, my son.
Yes, sir.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the